Doug Karsch, Scott Anderson, 97.1, 248-539-9797. What a Wings game last night. An important win for the Detroit Red Wings, 2-0 at Colorado. Best team in hockey. They showed up. The Red Wings showed up right from the jump on the Marco Kasper goal, and then it was nothing till the end, and the Red Wings added the empty netter. So you just beat the best team in hockey on the road, and does that change your faith in them? We are all... I don't know what the word is. I don't know that we're skeptical. I think the most hardcore Detroit Red Wing fan is probably a little bit concerned about the swoon that always seems to accompany the trade deadline, and this team seems to be in better shape and looks more like a playoff team, and I would think that people are feeling pretty good about them after last night. So what are they going to do? Are they going to make a big deal? There was some discussion about Panarin, but Elliot Freeman said today he doubts Detroit, which part of it might have to do with a new contract that he might want, but I'm okay with that. We always seem to talk about fit, and I'm not sure he's the right fit. But.
Yeah, I don't know if he is either, and I think there are plenty of options out there to look around the league and see where it's at. I think the tough part with the Red Wings, and the main reason I think the Red Wing fans have been reluctant to truly jump on board with this team. Of course, we have the failed marches of past, right? We understand that. But I think that it's how the East is shaping up because it is so damn tight. The Red Wings have 72 points on the season. This is a really good hockey team. But so is everybody else in the East. There's not much separation. You got all these teams that are in it, and then you look at the wild card standings, and the 72 points for the Red Wings. It's great, but 68 points is the second wild card team. 63 is the first team out, so there is separation there, but it's from the top spot in the Eastern Conference down to the second wild card. There is not much separation at all. In fact, overall, it's just. It's 6 points that separates it. But we're not doing radio in Tampa or in Montreal or in Carolina to understand if there's the same sort of fear that comes from their fan base as there is here with the Red Wings.
248-539-9797. Let's get to your phone calls. Jack, you're on 97.1. Hi, Jack.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up,
Jack?
Hey, I just wanted to give a little input into the so-called takeover in Denver. So I used to live in Colorado, and this was a very frequent occurrence. Every time they played the Red Wings, it was at least half Red Wings fans. And even when they played other teams, like the Hurricanes or anything, sea of Red Wings fans because of all the Michigan transplants that are there.
Well, we've seen it. I just was surprised to see it now, given the context of what Colorado is.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they are disgusting.
Yeah, and to still take over their building, very impressive.
Oh yeah, loyal fans out there. Also love the show, guys. Gotta run. Love listening to you.
I appreciate it, Jack. 248-539-9797. Doug in Royal Oak, you're on 97.1. Hi, Doug.
Hey, hi guys. It's a good conversation going into this break because you kind of wonder what the Av stations are talking about. They wailed on the Wings, 5-0 the other day, and then they come back and don't score. But this is one comment I like to make. I think this is the first game in a number of years where I think the goalie stole a game for us. I don't think we've had goalies capable. We've seen it against us. But what's your thought on that? About, I thought his play was exceptional in the net. And, I love the effort.
I didn't realize until last night when they showed the stats there, just how good John Gibson has been on the road this year. His save percentage on the road is .938.
Number one.
Yeah, he's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding on the road, which is, that's an insane total to have. His goals against average is 1.88 on the road. He's 11-4. So those are nice splits to see when you've got a goaltender you can rely on, home or away, but particularly away, he has been lights out great. And overall in hockey over the last 2 months, he's been arguably the best goaltender in hockey.
I guess that's one of my thoughts is that if he stays playing the way he is now, he's like totally rejuvenated, right, from the Anaheim days. And if this was an exact example of a goalie stealing a game, where I've seen that happen against us, we put every possible shot on the net. Nothing goes in. He sees everything, or gets lucky with a pad save or something. So I thought it was an excellent game, and I think the effort was there on the Avs part too. I don't think they were, lacking there. So I take this as a very strong win.
Huge win. I mean, it's a huge regular season hockey game, given the context of where this team had been. It's a huge win. And you had expressed some concern last week about Gibson maybe wearing down a little bit.
Just give him a rest here and there. That's all.
Or he's about to get a bit of a rest.
Well, that was the thing. Is like, does it matter when you have this big break coming up? You're just going to keep playing him. I assume that he's going to play on tomorrow night against Utah as well. You got the day off in between games, and that just seems to work out. I mean, he's unquestioned the number one goaltender on this team.
Red Wing fans got to be stoked today. 248-539-9797. Big win last night. What does it mean for you personally? We've given our 2 cents from Brandon and Royal Oak. Hey, Doug, Kang, and Gator. Seider had an exceptional night. He had a +2 minute shift in the late minutes of the game, and absolutely shut McKinnon down. It was a Calder-worthy performance for Mo.
Yeah, it was. He played 27 minutes in the game. He was +2 in the game. He blocked 3 shots. He had 4 hits in the game. He did all the things that you expect statistically, but just from a visual standpoint, he was all over McKinnon the entire game and anybody else, and he just made great plays. And yes, that was a Norris Trophy worthy performance. I don't know if he's ever going to put up the offensive numbers that the typical Norris Trophy defenseman get, but he's known around the league as one of the toughest and best defensemen in the NHL, and he proved it last night. I agree with wholeheartedly. I think he's not the only one that made that comment. There were other national pundits have said that recently. I think John Morosi said that this morning.
Tim in a Truck says, last night's game proves this Wings team is different than we've seen in quite a while. Unnamed texter, Gibson 4 shutouts this year, playing awesome hockey. Adam at work. I was at the game last night, and it felt like a home game. It was amazing seeing all the Wings fans and watching the Avs fans sulk out after Raymond put the game away. It was. It was a hell of a takeover of a place that, shouldn't be letting people take over their building, given how well their hockey team is playing, but might be doing a little bit of waiting for the postseason. I'll just say this. It was important to the Wings. Their fans showed up. The team showed up right from the jump and got a very important, hard-fought bounce-back win. And a little stamp of credibility to their playoff resume, a little stamp of credibility to, hey, what can we add to reel in teams in front of us instead of constantly looking behind us and whether or not the collapse is coming. What do you got, people? 248-539-9797. Our station's Kenny, resident hockey guy. I want your 2 cents. What did you think of last night's game?
I was very impressed. And you bring up the collapse thing, which is always fascinating to me because it feels like we have a similar conversation the last 2, call it 3 years at least, where, you're feeling good about your team going into the All-Star break or going into whatever this Olympic break is going to be. And then you wonder, hey, are we going to fall apart and not make any moves? I mean, I think the fact that Dylan Larkin spoke last year, and I guess ruffled some feathers with Steve Yzerman, I think that speaks volumes as to where this team feels like they should be. So the hope is that there will be some ads here, and hopefully before the freeze. I would imagine probably after the freeze at this point. But yeah, I was massively impressed. And by the way, Wings fans, a round of applause to yourselves for showing up to that game. That was impressive.
It was. 248-539-9797. More of your phone calls and feedback coming up. Also, Pistons, they are mulling over what they're going to do next. They got a big game tonight. We'll get to that today at 10:35. Trade deadline is Thursday. It is Karsch and Anderson on 97.1.